The penny that changed my life. This is a journey from humble beginnings. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm coming to you with a story of hope, resilience, and the incredible power of dreams. It's my story. And perhaps in some way, it might be yours too. I'm a typical African boy, born into the heart of the land where the sun rises with a promise and sets with dreams yet to be fulfilled. My journey began in humble beginnings, a life characterized by the simplicity of herding livestock before I even stepped foot in a classroom. I was that boy who walked the dusty paths, dreaming of a brighter future, of a life where my parents' home would stand tall and proud. In those early days, school was a place where I was not always welcome. You see, I was different. I was that bright spark, shining a bit too brightly for some, perhaps. But despite the teasing, the mocking, and the challenges, I held on to my dream, a dream of being better, a dream of changing the situation at my parents' house. From a very young age, I learned the value of hard work and self-reliance. I took care of my school fees by fetching firewood with a donkey cart. Some of you might laugh, all without my parents ever knowing. I would install cable TVs in my neighborhood to earn a few pennies. Those pennies, let me tell you something, were not just coins. They were stepping stones to my future. I remember standing in front of my school selling biscuits from my pocket, turning each sale into a small victory. They were my pennies, the pennies that changed my life. Was called names, and yes, my parents, turning each sale into a small victory. They were my pennies, the pennies that changed my life. Was called names, and yes, my parents were often the subject of cruel jokes because of our humble circumstances. I was bullied, I was mocked, and once a fellow classmate joked that we didn't have electricity at home, claiming I used lightning to make up my bed. That hurt deeply, but I never let it break me. Instead, I turned all that pain, all those stones of mockery, into a fortress of strength. I built walls of resilience from the insults, laid foundations of determination with every derogatory word. Every sneer, every insult became the fuel that fired my engines. I remember clearly the day when a civil construction project came to our area. It was the bridge at the Sefepe River, and I was captivated by the construction machinery. It was there, amidst the clattering of steel and the smell of fresh air, that my love for mining engineering was born. I wanted to be part of that world, to see myself in the mix, to build, create, and engineer the future. Yet, there was a fear I carried, a fear of prominent bullying who made my life at school a living nightmare. But I took that fear, that anxiety, and transformed it into courage. I realized that the only way to overcome fear is to face it, to rise above it, to soar higher than the tallest mountain. Today, I stand here not as the boy who was bullied, not as the child who was mocked, but as a man who turned every negative energy into a positive force. I am proof that no matter where you come from, no matter how hard the journey seems, you can rise above it all. You can be the change you wish to see in the world. To anyone feeling low, anyone struggling with their circumstances, remember this. You are stronger than you think, braver than you believe, and more capable than you can imagine. Turn your challenges into stepping stones. Let your dreams guide you, and let your heart lead the way. Let my story be a beacon of hope. I'm living proof that with determination, with resilience, and a heart full of dreams, you can achieve anything. You can rise from the ashes of adversity and soar to the highest of your wildest dreams. Remember, the penny that changes your life is not just a coin, is the moment you decide to change your destiny. Thank you for listening. Let us rise together and make our dreams a reality.